cash flow is the lifeline of every business, but it's especially true in transportation. And so you have a debtor that say they're going to pay in 30 and they're paying 60, that's an issue. But I think the second issue that gets kind of derived from that is, are they in good financial shape? Are they going to be able to pay their bills even at all in 90 more days, right? Because there's typically only reason that a customer is going to delay payment, right? And that's to increase their cash flow by not paying their AP. And so you've got to be careful. These are just warning signs, indicators that something may be wrong. It's not necessarily
That's
possible.
what we're looking for. We're looking for insights and data that help us make better decisions. And
It's rare someone to waves a big flag and say, "Hey, we're not a good business." It's you got to look for all the kind of those red flags.
yep. Now, what if for whatever reason that company goes out of business, and do you come back to me and say, "Hey, Joe, they didn't pay us at all. Am I on the hook?"
It depends. We offer what's called recourse and non-recourse offerings. Recourse would be that ultimately the client is still on the hook. Non-recourse would mean the factoring company takes on the risk. And so we offer both products. At the end of the day, though, even if you're recourse, it's my goal and Denim's goal to sit there and say, okay, well, this debtor shorted you $30,000. You're going to have to, buy this back from us at some point. We would still structure it in a way that would be paid off over time versus right up front. And so my goal is, we view every client as a partnership. And so if our clients are growing, we're growing.
Yeah, that's what I love. That I love that, and that is so important because I don't think of factoring as a bad connotation, but I think it had a worse connotation 10 years ago, a decade ago, and so did freight brokerage. Now I think people recognize the value that a broker, because I got it when I was at a logistics. Oh, you're just a middleman. I was like, well, I'm a middleman who bought the technology and provides the customer service and lowered your price 30% while improving your service. You can call me a middleman if that makes you feel better, but we're adding a lot of value. And that's the same with factoring. People can go, oh, those are just money guys. They're just, they're hovering around looking to make a buck. But the stuff we've talked about so far is like a partner that says, I don't want you to lose money. So I'm doing a whole bunch of the de-risking of this transaction before you, I mean, it might even tell you don't take it. And the reason I don't take it is because I won't insure it. I would rather somebody tell me that. I don't use the term insure. That's for the wrong term, but
Well, I think you're right. I think if you look at factoring companies 15, 20 years ago, there were bad factoring companies out there. They would lock you into long-term contracts, crazy early termination fees, didn't provide much service. You look at Denim today, yes, I think the risk piece is a big piece. It is. Like, I'm going to help you vet your debtors, your customers, to make sure you get paid. But we also do more than that, right? We are also going to handle the billing of your paperwork, the invoicing of your customer. We're going to work on the collections to get paid back. So we've got teams dedicated to reaching out to those debtors saying, hey, did you get this invoice? When can we expect payment? Where they're going to take that payment, we're going to apply to that invoice. After all of that, we talked about the consolidated ledger report. So not only can we take now we can collect your invoices, apply it, but now we're also going to give you a ledger report so you know how to exactly break it down in your accounting books. These are all services we provide. For our brokers, we're also going to help you vet your carriers, right? And we're going to handle your carrier payments for you. So you got a carrier that wants to get quick paid, you got another carrier that doesn't, so you want to pay them in net 30 terms. We do that all through our system automatically. You don't have to think about it. It's just seamless. So not only are we helping you vet, but we're cutting your overhead costs as well.
am I right to say there's some companies that just basically say we work and every one of our invoices is factored because we like the tool set that you guys provide?
Yeah, we've got a lot of that. I mean, we got both, right? We've
I
got
think
what we call
I think if I ran a brokerage or a carrier, I might be tempted to say I'm just pricing it in because I don't want to have that head count at my office, and it provides a lot of services that come with this.
Yeah, I 100%. We've got both. What you call it spot factoring, which is some debtors, not all debtors. We call it full factoring, which is everything. I'm talking to one prospect now, and the sole reason they want to factor is to eliminate the back office, so they don't have to go hire someone in AP. They don't have to go hire, someone in collections. They're going to leverage, our groups to do that.